Before this starts, I would like to preface this by saying I'm trying to find a new editing app, but I can't find one that's actually like CapCut, which is what I was using before. I'm not trying to get my art freaking stolen if they even decide to steal it from me, because I'm poor, so I can't afford a lawyer, honestly. So this video is going to be a little bit differently edited than some of my other ones. I'm using 2 different apps, so I'm going to blow up something. Something's getting blown up.
So, whether you have heard of this game or not, and if you haven't, you're honestly a loser. I'm just kidding. If you haven't heard of this game, I am going to give a quick rundown. If you have heard of this game, I will probably have a timestamp to when the quick rundown is over. Click that if you don't want to hear my stupid little explanation of Still Wakes the Deep. But anyway, here we are. Basically, you're a guy, you're on an oil rig because you punched someone or something, and you're just going about your day, you get fired, then you fall into the ocean, and suddenly everything's gone. There's alien creatures, whatever they are, eldritch beings, whatever they are, and they're trying to kill you. And you're being ordered around by this guy. He's like one of your coworkers and stuff. He's telling you stuff to do because like otherwise the ship's gonna like sink and stuff. So obviously, yeah, that's happening. And then like a bunch of stuff happens. What your coworker, who's your friend that got you this job, he dies. The guy who was ordering you around, that was your coworker, he dies. You die, you blow up the ship. That's pretty much like, that's a really quick explanation of the game, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So now let's get into the video of me drawing a character, which before I play this, if you haven't played the game, you're not going to know which character this is. The character that I'm drawing is the main character's daughter, one of his daughters. He has 2 daughters. Which I didn't mention, but he has a wife and 2 daughters. And I'm drawing one of them because I think that it's fun, alright? I like this game, and I'm gonna draw one of the main character's daughters, alright? So, pretty much first of all with the design, I was thinking, like, you know, at the very end of the game, it's described how at least one of their daughters looks. So I took inspiration off that, even though I'm not sure if Kate is the oldest or not. I tried my hardest to figure it out, but I couldn't find anything that said. But like, you can see me going through like different stages of what I wanted the pose to be. I was like, I don't know. I had an idea of what I wanted her to look like before I started drawing, which it's usually what I do when I start drawing. It's like, I have like a loose idea of what I want them to look like. Here, the idea was like, yeah, that. I added a hat, which was supposed to be like the hat her dad wears in the game. And, her hair is supposed to be kind of similar to his, because his hair is more like messy, I guess. The outfit, I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie, I just really like drawing sweaters and like sweater vests, etc. The boots were also inspired off of her dad, because yes. The idea of all the patches on her like jeans were she thrifted jeans, and they were probably like a little bit messed up, so she like fixed them and stuff. Oh my god, this is awkward. Sorry, I've never done one of these before. Anyway, her hair color and eye color are based off of her mom's. Specifically, the one picture I looked at the entire time was the wedding photo that you see like towards the very end of the game. which it wasn't really the best point of reference because I've looked at some other pictures and I can't tell if she has green or blue eyes. So, which I just lied. Sorry. What I meant to say was, no, her eyes are actually meant to look like her dad's. I don't know why I said her mom's. Anyway, they're meant to look like Kaz's eyes because it's mentioned that she has the eyes of her grandfather, who doesn't have a design, and, so I just did her dad's eyes, and, there's not really a lot else I wanted to explain. There's not a lot of other details that, well, I guess. Sorry. I've never done one of these before. I'm just a little nervous. The eyelashes and stuff, I couldn't get them to look right, so, the idea was, I was kind of going for, the tiniest bit of, Gyaru, or however you say it. Sorry if I butchered that, but, the tiniest bit of it with the bottom lashes, I filled that area in with white. You probably can't tell because of the skin tone, but, that the area on the bottom lash is filled in with white, and, yeah. I wanted her to look like she thrifted all of her clothes because, I felt like her dad, at least from what we see in the game, he's wearing his jumpsuit. The only other thing we see of him is in his wedding outfit, the outfit he wore to his wedding, at the pictures towards the very end. So, of course, there's not really any way to, I guess, figure out what he would wear regularly, but I want it to be based on what I felt in my soul he would wear. I also did I didn't want to make it lineless, but since the game is more realistic, I colored in all of the lines, which is not something I usually do with my art. If you've ever seen any of my art before, I don't know, maybe you don't even know who I am. But I attempted to give the star those stitch marks. It didn't look good, so I just put them on the purple patch of thing that is a pocket. It's a pocket. I used the sketch there. I wanted to have an angle of her face from a different angle, but I didn't feel like drawing it again because I'm lazy. So I just took the drawing, I flipped it, and then I drew a hand, which I suck at drawing hands. It took me a while to perfect it also. I still don't really think the hand looks that good. I think the thumb is kind of small. I don't know. I'm not good at drawing hands. But, yeah. Also, I gave her dad's nose, because at the, kind of the very end, it's this, Sue's, his wife, for those of you who don't know, said that, made a joke about it being spread about his face, which is, kind of exactly what she said. So, that was the idea for that. And that's kind of, one of the main ideas. But I'm trying to make the background kind of look like, those bottles that are in, pirate movies all the time, that they're passing around the ocean? That's what the background's supposed to look like. But I also wanted to give dots and stuff, because I thought it would look cool. Most of the stuff is just because I thought it would look cool, or if it went along with the lore. You know what I mean? The lore. Yeah. That's, pretty much it, I guess. Yeah. If you like this video and you think it's awesome and you think I should do more of these types of speed paints, which I usually just put music over them and post them on TikTok, but if you think I should do more of these type of speed paints on YouTube, leave a like. But if you don't like it and you think I'm weird and you don't want to see more, then leave a dislike and maybe a comment telling me to die. I don't know. But I enjoyed making this a little bit because I follow a lot of art YouTubers. I watch their stuff, their content, and they make stuff like this, and I like it. So yeah, bye.
It'll sometimes release a sort of...
Ew! That doesn't taste like a gusher!
La do 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 la do 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 la do 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 la do 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 do